I'm gonna cut to the chase because it's gonna be a long episode. The moment you're all waiting for has arrived.
It's here.
What's going on with Luke and the
Is
Devils?
Palladium retiring soon?
What book is that?
Did you see the new Kraken jersey?
Repeat?
Was that the goal of the year?
16 million?
Who's gonna win the Norris
The Isles are
Trophy?
having fun again?
Did you read the new Elsie Silver novel?
Will the Sabres ever make the
Did anyone
playoffs?
beat Ovi's record?
Give me a new book rec.
Who got traded?
Will Matthews bounce
Did
back?
Tampa get back on top?
This is Read Between the Blue Lines,
A hockey podcast.
where our brains are filled with endless stat lines
Rosters.
and a list of books to read,
Tune in every Monday for a deep dive in the game we love.
and the books we can't shut up about. Welcome back to Read Between the Blue Lines. I know you've all been waiting with bated breath for two women who have actually read the books and have designed an entire brand off of the intersection between sports and literature. I know you've all
Specifically
been,
more hockey than...
yeah,
Yes.
but I know that you've all been waiting for us to finally review Heated Rivalry.
We do
So,
apologize for the delay.
yeah.
Life sucked for a little bit for both of us, so...
December was bad. And
Yeah.
also I needed to read the book before I watched the show, and then I couldn't get the book because it was sold out everywhere, and it was also not available
I
at my
have...
library, and it was a problem.
Yours are... Are those? These are yours. They're right there.
Lovely. I'll get them tomorrow.
You will get them tomorrow, but they're here. They've been here for a couple. Actually, they arrived very, very quickly.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of mad I got it. Anyway, side note, I read
It's
the
fine.
first one as an audiobook, and now I'm like mad because I want to go back and highlight it, but that means I have to go reread the book because I guess I could go through and
We
point it
can
out, but
reread it
that's
before we do the book review. But so this is going to be the
true.
TV show review.
But we did read.
We did
So
read the
if
books.
you don't want, I don't want to say there's spoilers because it's very closely adapted, but we
There's
have the knowledge of both things.
Yeah, there's going to be obviously insane spoilers for the entire TV show. All six
Yeah, please don't
episodes,
listen if you think we're
and
gonna dance around like what actually
no,
we're
we're
not.
gonna get right into
We're
it,
not.
and we're gonna get into it fast.
You're gonna like
Um,
exactly what happens.
and like light spoilers for parts of the book that weren't explicitly stated in the show.
Which is most of how things that were left out
Yeah,
were like addressed from the book. But
yeah.
again, it was very, very closely adapted.
Also,
So
this is gonna be very mature content. We're talking about a queer romance show and book, and so if you're a minor, please leave. Thank you. These I have three different notebooks because
oh
I
my God, I
watched
loved
it
it.
three different times, and so it's just all over the place. Also,
Why did you not keep it in one?
my
Oh, the Hughes
defunct
Bowl, my Hughes
Hughes
Bowl
Bowl
sticker is still
sticker.
sitting over there. I'm like
Yeah.
paranoid about using stickers. I feel like I've told you that. I like
Yes.
hate using them because I'm like, what if I don't like it there? And then I
Um,
used it and I only have one.
I just have to kind of like use them at a certain point, or else I'll just never use
That's
them ever.
I've seen videos of people like get like specific notebooks and just fill them with stickers.
Yes.
And I'm like, that's
But
actually a
then you
really good
can't
idea.
see them. I don't know.
No, I get it. But I also run out of room for anyway. Side note, my Hughes Bowl stickers over there.
I was watching it downstairs, and like this notebook was closer to me, and then I moved upstairs and
I was
this
gonna
one
say,
was
why don't you
closer.
just keep it all
And
in
I
one?
don't
So it's
know.
like one
I
scoop.
don't know. It's fine.
It's okay.
So,
I love it. Cats are making some weird noises over here. So I'm so sorry.
okay.
And I'm like the only one up right now, so I'm entertaining the two of them. I'm not really entertaining them. They're just here.
They're just listening to you talk. Just to no
Like
one, to
always.
yourself.
Literally always.
Um, all right. So I have like literal notes because I wanted to like remember, and also you watched it before me, so I wanted to like guide us through the conversation kind of.
Yes.
So,
Also, like, not that it really matters. I watched it on the week by week basis. Ken's watched all of it well, I guess all of it at once.
over like
Although
two
not all
days.
at once, but like
Yeah.
it was all released at the time.
Yes. I didn't
So
have
I
to wait
was
for anything.
not that I think that did make it a little better, but also like that's the whole I guess it's the whole point of releasing something a week by week, but yeah.
Yeah.
Now I have like I was making a joke yesterday that I was like, what am I supposed to do for like the next like 52 weeks or whatever it is until we get them for also Happy New Year, guys. I keep forgetting
Oh
we're actually in
yeah.
the new year, so you haven't heard from us since last year.
No.
Ha. Anyway,
Um, okay.
we have
I'm just
all
gonna
three
start
cats
reading
now.
my notes. I love that for us.
Go for it.
Hi, Astro.
Yeah, it was him.
Um, well, I knew which cats you had in the room, so I knew which cat was
No,
coming
that's
in.
true. what is it? What's the
The
saying?
limit
The
does not
elimination?
exist?
Yeah, no,
What?
I don't know. I don't know.
The
I can't
process
think
of
of it right now.
elimination?
Yes, that's it. Yes, yes.
You said
That's the
saying, and I'm
saying.
like, that's a
I was
mathematical
like,
concept.
elimination. Yes, it is.
Um, okay,
I'm
like
excited to see how you wrote this
literal
down.
notes. It's so
The
bad.
only one
Okay.
I actually took notes for when watching was episode 4, and do not ask
Okay.
me why. I think because it was the first week I was working, so I had to watch it 2 or 3 hours after everybody else did, and so I was like, I can't live react. I didn't live react to any of them because I was
It
sat
was
and locked in.
it was so hard, and my handwriting, I don't
Is it
even
all
know if
over?
I'm going to be able to read half of it because I was trying not to pause it to be able
Yeah.
to write down my
So
notes. So just
people that were like
scribbling.
live tweeting, I was like, no, no, I'm not. My eyes are nowhere else but that screen for the entire 45 to an hour minute, whatever. Um, so I have very vague notes for episode 4, but it's really just like me screaming about things happening, which is basically how I reacted to everything related to this book and the show. But we're fine. We have ideas. So I'm
Yeah.
excited to hear what you wrote down.
Okay. So we're starting with episode 1,
Okay.
um, which is it's called The Rookies.
Yeah.
Okay. Um, I said their first interaction is so awkward and so fucking adorable. And Ilya is like immediately smitten with this little boy
Yeah.
that he's in meeting. And like, I don't know, but I think it's so interesting. I don't know if Ilya like clocks his shit immediately that he's like, he wants to fuck me,
Like, hey, yeah.
or if Ilya genuinely is like, I find this little autistic Asian boy interesting. I- Like, what do you think? Do you think that Ilya was like, oh, he wants to fuck me, or oh, I
I
want to fuck with him? Like, I'm excited to like mess with this kid.
I don't know if I know, like, I think I've also, again, I've consumed every possible media related to this, which is really,
Yes.
really bad, I guess. Um, I think there was a whole conversation about the who fell first conversation. And I do think Ilya owns that title, but
We
the
just see it happen with Shane, but I
yes,
think that if you like really watch it,
like
it's so obvious that Ilya falls
yes, and
first.
like I think Connor Story, who plays, obviously, if you guys have not watched, but he plays Ilya. I want to say he had said in an interview like that first meeting between the two characters, like you can tell Ilya's like,
Okay, so I'm glad it
oh
wasn't just me.
no, it's
Okay.
and I think it's way more obvious in the show. It comes across like that than in the book. I was like, oh, he's just annoyed. Like he doesn't want to talk to this guy. He's over it.
No, it because it definitely okay, I saw someone say that it seems like Rachel prefers Ilya and it seems like Jacob prefers Shane.
Yes,
Which I
but
do
it's
agree with,
also
but I do think it's interesting the level of like Shane idea. I do think that Ilya comes across as more of an asshole in the
yes.
books. And I think that a lot of that has to do with body language and facial
I was gonna say
expression.
I feel like it's hard to, not that I'm an author, so I can't really speak on it. But I think that what makes this one so special, seeing it like adapted, is the fact that you can, like, the way the emotions are actually portrayed to understand who the characters are.
Hmm.
I feel like so much of that was lost in like the written
I
part
think
of the
it's just
book, which
because
is normal.
you can describe how someone's face is supposed to look in a book, right?
Yes.
But there's something so different about seeing it. And like that slight little like lip
Yep.
twitch that Connor does in their first
Mhm.
meeting is like that's what gives it
It's
away.
so
And I
good.
think that
Yeah.
it's just they're like their face they're okay, both of them
Yeah.
stunning actors. But what they can both do with like their eyes and their like little like lip
The
twitches or like a
facial
jaw twitch
acting,
is just so
it's so
good.
yeah, so good. I
So,
am like, yeah.
um okay, moving on to just like a general statement about the entire show. The cinematography and the
It's
editing
it's amazing.
is so good. And what they did with such like a small budget Which I know that they had some like insanely expensive
Also,
cameras, but that is what they spent the budget on.
shout out to anyone who's listening to this from Canada. Thank you so much for paying for this. I love your tax dollars. I
I think
love that
that's the
you
last
funded
note that
this
I
for me.
have in my
Um,
after the show's over. I think I
I
literally wrote "Thank you, Canada" in all
yeah,
caps with so
like
many exclamation points.
I have seen so much discourse where people are like, it's not HBO Max's show. It's
It's
not.
not.
I'm very thankful that HBO decided to show it to us because otherwise I don't know what I would do.
Dude, the FOMO would have
But
been
I would have
strangulating, like
I would have had to do
suffocating.
something. Yeah. But like thank you so much for paying for this without knowing. Because yeah,
Yeah.
that's your tax dollars. But like we appreciate you.
It's so
Also, when
good.
I think about it, I think that funny statement is so funny because when I think about everybody who's like Canadian, who's like well known, I'm like, that's hilarious. Like, I don't know how much of your tax dollars went into that, but like, I love it. Thank you.
It's great.
Um, but yes, the I have loved too. I think seeing on Twitter like the visual parallels of scenes like early and then later, and just
Yeah.
the like the lighting and how that portray. It's so good. I'm gonna say that 15 million
No,
times because I'm
yeah.
gonna have no other words to say. But yeah, the way it's shot and like edited and filmed is just
But just like even like
perfect.
the hockey, so like I'm specifically talking like that first few
Oh, the hockey,
minutes
yeah.
where we get like the World Juniors, like whatever they call it, equivalent, the international
International
prospects.
Prospects Cup. Even though
Yeah,
again, they're all like actual termed in the book, but copyright.
yeah.
Can't use those
Um,
things.
so I think that like the shot of they're like Ilya's like Russia celebrating, and then Shane
When they're
skating
skating past,
across,
yeah,
and then we
yeah,
get to when
yeah.
Canada wins, and then Ilya. It's so, and they come from the opposite direction, I think, too.
Yeah,
And it's so interesting, and it's shot so well. And what they did with, and like the awards ceremony and the press conference, where you can't actually see the press because they're not there.
yeah.
But the way they
There's
did
no
the
crowd at
lighting,
the award.
oh,
Yeah,
it was just all of it was
so good.
so good, and I think it's what made the show feel so like cozy and welcoming.
Yeah,
I'm also going to say this now. Seeing a queer love story that, like, yes, it has its trials and tribulations, but
mm.
like ultimately ends pretty well,
It
and like
has a
obviously will end well once we get to like the long game
quote
season two
unquote
and three.
happy story. Not happy story. Happy
Yeah.
ending.
Where like
Yeah,
no one, I know that people were like, I hate that they didn't show the homophobia that exists in the locker rooms and stuff. But for me, seeing queer media where
that's
no one's getting hate crimed like
yeah.
actively, I mean, I know that Ilya does get called
But I also
a
think
slur a few
like
times, but
there are things that I'm only halfway through the second book, so I can't exactly speak to all of it, but a lot of that pops up in
yes.
that's a season 2 issue.
And I
Not that it doesn't exist in season 1, it's like it's happening, but like it's written way more in the
yeah,
long game, so we will obviously see that later, but
but I think it was
yeah,
nice to
the
just see
feel good like, "Oh my god, they're actually falling in love," and yes, I saw a lot of tweets too about how people were like, up until this point, and I don't know, I guess I don't know if that makes it I'm sure that plays into how popular it is, but it isn't, like, depressing or not too real worldy, but do you know what I mean? Like, there's actual
it's
like,
like
the hope of it and, like,
yeah,
the positive feel.
it's I really love that like the I'll Believe in Anything song is like what's
Yes.
kind of sticking because it really like the You Deserve Sunshine thing is so real for queer
Yes.
people, and I think that it's so refreshing to see a piece of queer media where no one's dying, no one's
Mhm.
sick, no one's like
And
because
it's,
I'm
again, like we said, done well and, like, done
yeah,
well enough to like, with succeeding in mind.
yeah,
Like, it's not gonna get canceled or,
yeah. So
like,
I
not physically canceled, but you know what I mean? Like, not made anymore.
So
But yes, I
as
know
I
what you
say that
mean.
no one's getting hate crimed, which not that they're not getting hate crimed, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
My next comment is that the Asian comment about him breaking barriers, was he the first Asian player in the MLH at that point? Because
I don't think so. No, I don't it was never explicitly stated, but I think it was more of acknowledging that he is a minority in hockey, which is still if you watch the NHL now, it is still true. Um, but it was never stated, like I'm guessing, I guess, timeline-wise, he could have been, but it was never out like, said, "You're the first Asian player to ever play in the NHL."
I just thought it was like a
But
like the comment irked me, and I know that it was meant to irk the audience,
yes,
but oof.
there was a where was that parallel, or am I making it up? No, I might be getting ahead of myself. I
Okay.
need to not. Yeah, it's fine. A later
So
problem.
yeah, so then this is like after the draft. Um, just
The
in all
draft.
caps,
That
fuck
draft
Ilya's
picture is my
dad.
favorite thing ever.
What?
The draft picture
Yeah.
where Ilya's like, I got number one, and Shane looks like he hates his life
Wants to
holding up
kill
his number
himself?
two.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just like, that's actually hilarious. Also, I feel so bad for the guy that went number three. We never hear from him ever again.
No,
Oh, we don't even know what happens to him,
no.
which I guess is the point. But like, I'm so sorry. What did you say?
I said fuck Ilya's dad in all caps.
Oh yes,
Um,
that is a resounding theme throughout
the
the
whole thing.
entire thing. But
But like
yes.
his okay. So it was a comment that Ilya's dad said where he was like, "You're not supposed to speak."
Yeah.
And I was like, he just got drafted number one
Mhm.
overall. He can't say anything.
I know.
And then I think this was where we were back to no. Oh no, this was the bike scene. And I went, "Oh my God, it's so buzzy, the shots." Ah.
That's literally how I reacted to so many. I'm like, oh my god.
Which I do think it was weird they were on bikes instead of treadmills.
Yes, and that was a change from the book, but I also like I don't think it would have worked. Not that I know anything about like cinematography. I feel like it would have been like too loud slash awkward for them to like run.
I think
Also, like in
also
the
when I
hockey player
see people
context,
doing
the
it
bike
on a
thing makes sense
yes, when I see
because they
people
do that.
doing the treadmill speed up thing, it gives me anxiety because I feel like one's gonna
Yeah,
fall off.
yes.
So I did appreciate the bikes in the sense that it made me feel less like the world was going to end, but it
Mhm.
just felt weird that it was like it just like an odd change. Also,
No, but yeah, I know
I
what you
do
mean.
think the point that they are competing would have made more sense on a treadmill because you can see them hitting the up button, whereas
But
not
yeah,
everyone knows that like
they're
the
just like
resistance thing is the
speed.
turn.
Yeah,
So I don't know.
that yeah that scene also being like one of the teaser moments, like when they're sitting on the floor. I was like, you guys want us dead,
Yeah.
like immediately. You are coming for us right now.
Speaking of
Yeah.
that sitting on the floor scene, the fact that so this is one of the parts where I question, did Shane fall first? And this is why I
Mm,
think that the show is maybe more of Shane's perspective on things, is because when we're sitting on the floor, we're looking at from Shane's perspective at Ilya,
yeah.
and we're zooming in on Ilya. And so
Yes.
there are different shots where we're zoomed in on his mouth, we're zoomed in on his eyes, we're zoomed in on his legs, we're zoomed in on his dick. Um, and we don't zoom in on Shane. We stay pretty
Yeah. It's just looking at him.
stationary.
Yeah.
Whereas with Shane, it's like you can like see his eyes back, like this camera like fall. It's so good, and I think that it shows like the conflict. Whereas Ilya is seeing Shane as a person and going, "I want this. I know that I want
Yes.
this." Whereas Shane is like looking at every single detail, going, "Can I
Yeah.
have this?"
I also this was the part where I missed the inner monologue from the book so bad because at this point in the book, like and I will like props to Jacob Tierney for this because like the way they use the camera very much portrays exactly what Shane is
Yes.
literally thinking. But he's like losing his mind at this
Yes.
point in the book because he's like, "Oh my god, I want this, but like this is quote unquote wrong. I shouldn't. This is not normal. Like, do I like him or do I actually just?" And there's like a whole like he is literally going through the fives. I don't even know. He's just losing his mind. And I think I miss that part. I like the inner monologue here, but
Yeah.
I think framing this scene the way it was done
That's why I
portrays
brought it up.
exactly that. And like, I knowing and I feel like if and also I'm so s like, if you haven't read the book, like, you that is so, I feel like, crucial to understanding I feel like Shane is a character, but also, like, this whole moment. But I think the way they filmed this specifically was so well done in relation to being like, Shane's losing his mind
Yeah.
in a very and I guess a different way, but yeah, the whole thing was just I sat there and was like,
Yep.
"Okay." Okay, okay. Yeah, that, and again, this is like 10 minutes into what? No, it had to been at least. It was really kind of early in episode 1, so it was like
I know. I'm like, we're gonna
setting
take
us up for
7 hours to get through this.
yeah. But it was just so good. Again, I'm take a shot every time I say that because I'm gonna
Yeah.
be saying
No,
it a million
you guys
times.
will have to go to get your stomachs pumped. Please
Yeah,
don't
we
do
should
that.
do that. But I
Take
have
a
nothing
drink
else
of
to say.
water every time, Brianna. You
Yeah,
still might get water
hydrate yourself.
poisoning, actually.
Is that a real thing?
Yeah, if you drink too much water.
Why is everything like that? Like, I
Dude,
have too much anxiety to exist.
I remember in biology, my teacher was like, there's this chemical, guys, and he said like whatever it is, which I
Yeah,
don't remember like the
it's
exact
okay.
name of it, but it's just like the chemical name for water. And he was like, it can kill you
H2O.
if you have too much of it, but if you don't have enough of it. No, not H2O. Like I think it's like
Oh, like something in
monohydrate,
it?
uh,
Oh,
dihydroxide monoox, whatever like that
I
is
didn't even know that was
called.
a thing. That's terrifying.
Um, and he went through like this whole thing, and we were all terrified. And then he puts it up on like the what is it called?
Like the smart
Smartboard.
board. Yeah.
Yes. Puts up on the smartboard a picture of a water bottle, and we're all like, huh? So it was really interesting. It was also like
Wow,
a
I learned
piece of
something
like
today.
media literacy that he was giving
Yeah.
us at the same. I loved it. Anyways, don't do anything when Brianna says so good because you will die
Sorry,
either
guys.
way.
I didn't know that you can die from water poisoning, which makes no sense because you need to drink water to stay alive, but okay.
It's like if you drink too much
Whatever.
of it. Um, I don't know what this was in reference to, but I went shot for fucking shot. God, I love it. I want to say it was the commercial they were filming.
Oh, yeah,
Um,
which is also
and
so
then
good.
Ilya
Also,
laughing during it.
that was
Fantastic.
unscripted, them laughing.
But it couldn't have been because it was
No,
in the
I
book.
saw I it was either an interview or I read something, but they said that for the like, in the beginning, it was, like, legit, and then they literally couldn't get another shot down because they were just
Oh,
laughing
that
so much,
probably.
and,
Yeah,
like, they
okay.
just kept it as, like, the characters, but
I
that was
love
just
that.
them, like, Hudson and Connor, and I was like, "Ah!" I'm yeah,
I
so,
love that.
also, Ilya having the idea of them doing the commercial together.
Yes. That was a good
He's
addition. I really
iconic.
liked that.
Yes. Also, that feeds into the whole
Ilya fell
he's, like,
first.
masterminding this,
Yeah.
where he's like, "I can play I'm gonna line all this stuff up so you
Yep.
can't ignore me, and I know you have, like, a feeling in your head that you want this too, and I'm gonna plant it there," and it was yes.
I also, just as like a hockey thing, said that it's so funny knowing that it's supposed to be a CCM shoot.
Yes.
I also think it's so funny that it is very clearly stated that they are CCM athletes in the book.
Mhm.
And I understand like it's a budget thing, but in the show, like they have CCM helmets, they have Bauer gloves. One of them
There's
has
one
a
scene
Sherwood stick at one
yeah,
point, one of them has a CCM stick, and then there's
Ilya,
another.
I think at one point has all 3, and I'm like,
Yes.
what are we doing?"
I'm like, what
Which
is going on?
isn't I feel like there are the only one that comes to my mind immediately, and I this is because 'cause I'm, like, a freak and I watch the team too much. I know Nathan MacKinnon is technically a CCM athlete, but he uses Bauer gloves and sticks because somehow that makes him score more goals, I guess, because he realized that I don't know. But I don't think there's anybody who uses all 3 of
I
them.
don't know that I've seen anyone use CCM Bauer and Sherwood at the
No.
exact same time. I feel like it's typically like CCM and Sherwood
Yeah,
or Bauer and Sherwood. Like you get like your equipment from one,
yeah.
your stick from another.
But
I
that
don't
was
know.
something I was gonna point out to you at there was another one too where I was like, "Why do they all have" like, I was like, That doesn't match. Like, all the equipment doesn't match. Like, what are we doing?"
Yeah.
Um, and it
But
was
I just
that's
think it
something,
was
like, you
knowing it was
only
supposed
pay
to be like a
attention
product
to
shoot, and then
yeah.
it was like, you guys are all wearing different equipment.
Like, "What do you mean this is a CC" did they even say it's CCM in the show?
No.
Oh, okay.
They just say it's like a
Okay.
shoot.
That's probably why, so they, like, kept it,
Yeah.
like, so you don't know, but
And immediately following the shower scene, question mark, my jaw was on the
yeah.
floor
Yeah.
the whole time.
The whole time.
I was like, "Ah."
Yeah.
I think I was as flustered as Shane was. I was like, what is going on here?
It was so, like I have no adjectives. Like, it's just
It's
yeah.
just so good.
Mhm. And, like, the yeah. And that's, like, the first that kind of like really sets everything up for them to like start hooking up and everything. But
Yeah.
it was again, it's like that's your not in first impression, but like that again, I guess the only word I'm looking for is set it up. But it's crazy. It was crazy.
Yeah.
Like,
It was the first time they're seeing each other naked.
yeah, and you too as the viewer, but like
Yeah.
the whole yeah, it was a
Um,
scene, a time.
so so then moving to when they actually hook up, why is Shane in a suit? And then I went, oh my God,
Wait,
I love him.
yeah, his like changing outfits when he's like, "Oh my God, he's coming over. What do I wear? How do I look casual? Do I put the TV on? Do I again?
But like,
This that is so
but
real
but
because that's my brain.
can I just in what world
No,
do you
there's no
think
real.
that a suit with a full
He's nervous.
tie?
He's nervous. He likes him. He doesn't know what to do. Also, he's so awkward, like in general as a character, that
I
he
love
just
him.
that it really does check out for who he is. But
I
it
love
made me
his little
giggle.
autistic ass. It makes
It
me
made
so
me giggle
happy.
so bad because I was like, "Oh my God, look at I can't." Is that the same? I think it's this scene. I think it's the first time. Which I don't know if you've noticed, but it made me laugh too, where he leaves his socks on,
Yes, no, I have that.
and
Hold
I
on.
was like,
We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there.
"Why?" Like
So
it's
I wrote, damn Shane, just getting right into it because that man immediately drops.
he did not wait. Yeah, he's
And then once they get into bed and they get naked, I went, Shane still having socks on is so funny to me because
it's
it's like the no homo bro because we had
yeah.
socks on, and I
That's
wonder
exactly
if
what I
that was
thought.
intentional.
That's a good point. I it made me laugh because I was like, did we forget about the socks? Are we just in too much of a rush? Was this intentional? But like it also
Yeah,
just
I
made me
could
just giggle
I
in the
couldn't
whole sense
tell
of it.
if it was intentional to Shane's character being like, I
Yeah.
want to have socks on, or if it's intentional to the like no homo bro
Yeah.
type of joke that's been
Yes.
going around for God knows how long.
It was just a funny little detail. And I was like,
Um,
"Oh my God. Okay."
and then Ilya pretending that he's gonna leave is
Mhm.
hysterical.
Yep.
And then Shane being like, okay, I guess.
I know. He's like, "Wait. No,
Like that man
actually."
is such a bottom. Oh, can we also insane crossover? The fact that Hudson was like, yeah, I looked at Honor Oscar Piastri and that's where I got the bottom eyes from
That's
is
fake.
I know, but like the
By
fact
him
that
saying it, like him acknowledging it, yes, that's real. But like, I was like, could not. Somebody made the whole thing up, and you know the amount of people that sent
but
that to
like
me.
that clip being like
It
a
does check out.
concept of a structure
Yes.
thing, I'm like, who? What?
Huh?
Like
No,
I
I know what
saw
you
it and
mean.
I was like, this is the weirdest fucking like even if it's like even just like the person's mind, it's a weird
Yep.
cross. Anyways,
I know.
but
I know what
Shane
you
is
mean.
such a bottom, and it is so funny, especially like when we get to like Scott and Kip in episode
Yeah.
3. I'm like, I think they switch. Um, which also I had to explain to my mother. I think like a few months ago, my mom was like, I don't think I processed that one of them only ever receives. And I was like, well, it depends on the relationship.
You not have you had to literally explain all of it to her.
I had to explain gay sex to my
Oh
mother.
my
Yeah, that was
God.
fun.
Your
Sorry,
mom
mom,
is
if you're
so
listening.
funny.
I love her. Um, we did watch it at different times. I remember I left to go to I think I left to go to the Rangers Islanders game the other day, and she's putting it on the TV, and I looked at her and I went, "Don't watch this
Was
around your
she
kids. Don't watch this around your
I
kids.
say
Don't
was she
watch
like
this around your
invested?
kids."
That's so funny.
She watched the
I
whole thing
can't.
in one sitting. She loved it.
I love it. I love that.
I also wrote "baby girl" in all caps with an exclamation point at some point in their
So true.
interaction.
That makes so much sense.
I don't know what this means. He's Holly now? Yes?
Holly?
Yeah.
Oh, like his nickname?
I
Like
don't.
Hollander, the Holly? Like the
Yes.
nickname, like a
Okay.
hockey nickname?
So, because
Although I feel like it'd
thank
be
you. No, but I don't
I don't know if
remember. I
when did
think
I ever say that?
it's Ilya saying it. He goes, he's Holly now, yes? And then I went, oh, I love them.
Oh, yes, 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 yes.
But I
Okay.
can't remember what
I don't
scene it's
remember
referring to.
I know where like I know that happened, but I don't remember where it
Um,
was. It's okay. I was
I don't
like,
know.
Holly. Like,
And then with the unlikely friends conversation with Shane and his parents is just so good.
mm.
And I think that it's so like it's such good, not like foreshadowing, but I guess like laying the
It
groundwork.
does kind of, yeah, like it is a little bit of foreshadowing, I
Also,
feel like.
I don't know what this is in reference to either, but I just went, Yuna, I'm dead.
She's an icon.
I love her.
We love Yuna. She gets better as we go through the episodes, but she is an
I
icon.
I do just like in like the hockey sphere, why is she acting as Shane's agent?
She's like the
Like I know that she's like a
kind of like a
momager.
manager. Yeah, like I took it as she just wants like
Well,
him
'cause
to be successful and have all those opportunities, but that is an agent's job
I know, but
to
she's like
like
setting
book
up the
you.
meetings and reminding him to wear his
She
branded
wants to be a
stuff. And
businesswoman.
she's like the one calling the. So
Yeah, I
I'm
don't
like,
know.
maybe she is his agent. I don't know.
Maybe. Maybe she's just yeah, maybe she's just heavily involved. I have
Um,
no idea. There isn't really clarification on that either. She's just there doing it.
yeah. I wrote Ilya in his hotel room. I love him. Watching Shane's interview is adorable.
Yes.
And I hate his family once again.
Yep. Again, common theme.
Going to I want to say it's the press conference that they do.
For All Star
Yes.
with their feet under the table. It's All Star. When Elliot doesn't know how to answer the question.
Why doesn't Ilya have a translator? Like,
Hold on, Kenzie. Pause. I don't want to call you Kenzie. Ken's. Um, that's not like that is so I did not think of that. Well, I did, I guess, but that is so real to the actual NHL. It's not
yes.
even funny.
However,
Unfortunately,
some of them have translators.
some of them do, but I feel like the I feel like a majority of the time we're hearing about there's a player here who knows how to speak English. I'm going to translate like and it's always a Russian player.
Yes, but so
And that's something that happens all
I
the
have
time.
seen certain Russian players have translators, and I think
Yes,
that in the context of the NHL having such a prolific first overall draft pick,
you would
they
think.
would have a translator. And I know why they like
Yeah.
I understand it, but at the same time I'm like I feel like Gary Bettman would have given him a translator because he would have wanted him to answer the question properly.
Yeah, I mean, I guess maybe I have no idea. But that's like
But it's so buzzy. Like that whole
yeah.
scene is so just like
Also
yummy.
the way I and it happens in the book the same way, but like the way Shane immediately like realizes what's
Yeah,
happening when Ilya doesn't know how to answer the question and
delicious.
is like, I've got it, and then still includes I was like, you're joking.
It was just so good.
Yeah.
Um,
Also, and we'll get back to it too later, but that them touching like the
the feet,
foot
yeah.
will come back later and it's yes. But I love that whole little like, I got you and
It's
nobody
so
knows.
good. And then the scene where they're actually at All Star and playing.
This
Um,
was the funniest thing where people are like, this is not hockey accurate. Nobody cares about winning things at the All-Star game. And I'm like, but that's the point.
but I
Like
think
these
that
two.
between the two of them, like I think that at such a point where we get like Celebrini, Bedard,
Yeah.
Schaefer, Hudson, all star, like they're gonna do it
That's
because it's gonna be like a
yeah.
between the rookies type of
And
thing.
I
Like,
was and that's what I was kind of I was like, I know quote unquote the All-Star is like not like serious because it's not.
yeah,
Um, but like the whole story that like they don't like each well, again, they don't like each other.
yeah,
And they're trying to constantly one up each other. So like that's in the easiest way. That's the easiest like that's so easy for them to be like, I want to beat your record because I want it. I
yeah,
don't want you to have it. And like that's the whole point of All Star in the first place. So that made so much sense. But people were like, no hockey player actually cares about All Star. And I'm like, but that for this point, it makes so much sense. And it's
yeah.
so accurate for that.
Um,
But
but that whole interaction on the bench was also so funny, and the fact that Connor
the
was
one
able
where
to make
Ilya's like,
Yeah, the fact that he
That's
was
my
able to make
favorite.
that raspberry sound Russian
Yes,
was insane
it
to me.
was. I laughed so hard. It was so good.
Um, Also, the way that
You're,
Ilya just so loudly goes 1 2 2 1.
yeah,
Like I know that he
like this
thought it was quiet, but it
is
was not.
not like sly or slick about it at
But
all.
also, I don't think
Like
that
just yelling over
anyone
to
would have
everybody.
picked up really on what he was saying until you see Scott come forward, which also great reveal. And
Yeah,
for people who have read the books, it's such a good like little hint of like, oh,
yeah.
you're like, oh, fuck.
Like,
Um,
uh-oh.
And then the fact that Scott is either in 1220 or 1222 or like
Is
whatever
next. Yeah.
or maybe I guess like 1223 because it would be like the odd
The
things.
odd numbers. Yeah.
But the fact that Scott probably hears 1221 and goes, fuck, dude,
Yeah.
I'm in the room next to them.
But my favorite part of that was that like he has a normal conversation with Shane and Shane's like, no, it's just being like he's just being a jerk, it's fine, whatever. And then this is also I the all-time Shane moments in the show. Like I just love him, but when he gets to Ilya's hotel room after and he like rushes in and slams the door shut and he's like, what was well, I forget what the line was. He's like, I'm standing out there like an idiot. Scott Hunter's next door and Ilya just does not care.
No.
He's like, well, whatever. Um that whole like sequence of things lining
And
up
I
was just
no, I wrote
so
Ilya
perfect.
finding it funny is even funnier.
Yeah, it was so good. I was like it like Shane's like freaking out because he doesn't want to be seen, and Ilya's just like, haha, whatever. I don't care.
Ilya asking Shane what color his dildo is peak
Again, on
comedy.
brand for him.
It
It's
is.
on brand. Like we've learned, Ilya's so hilarious, but like in a mean kind of like loving way. If that makes any
Yeah.
sense. He's so funny, and like you
I
wouldn't
just
expect it, but it's so good. Like
but I love how again Shane is freaking the fuck
yeah,
out, and Ilya's like, "What color?"
the complete difference in like their mindsets through everything they do together early on is like
So
the
good.
funniest juxtaposition ever because Shane's losing his mind and is like trying to be normal about it, and Ilya's just like, "This is fine. I'm gonna
Yeah,
just make fun of you the whole time. It's cool. Like this is normal."
yeah. Um, I went, "Oh, their first fight, sad," and then I went, "Oh, they're so cute."
Ah,
Shane getting blank after kissing him back. Oh, buddy. Oh, I guess Shane getting hard.
oh, why did you leave it blank?
No, I didn't leave it blank. I just don't know what that word says.
Oh, I thought you literally wrote it
Oh, Shane
like
getting
open.
mad. Oh, this is okay. This is when they're on the roof and they're like
At
kissing.
the awards.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um, there we go. There we go. There we go. So th they're Ilya's upset that he didn't, or Ilya's having like a day, and
a
not
very yeah
winning makes it
day.
worse for
Yeah.
him. And he's up on the roof, and Shane goes up on the roof, and he's like, "I didn't come to find you." And he's like, "Yeah, you kind
Also,
of
this
did."
was another iconic before we actually get to Scott Hunter being like, "Where's your boy?" And Shane's like,
Yeah.
"Who are you talking about?
Where's your boy
What do you mean
Rosanov?
where's
And
my
she's like, "He's
boy?
not my
Like, get out of
boy."
here." And Scott's just like, "Whoa, cool. We need to calm
Yeah.
down a little bit." It was again all-time moment. It was so good.
But so like them having a fight is great and like they're so cute with each other. But then the fact that Shane got mad after like actively shoving his tongue
Yeah,
down Ilya's throat is so funny.
it's like
Like
people could see us.
you
Like you
were
just
doing it
spent
too.
15 minutes like getting involved. What are we doing? Also, that was another one um where like it's probably unintentionally funny, but when Ellie's like, "What are you doing up here?" And Shane's like, "I want to check out the view." And he's like, "Check out the view, Hollander." Like the way he says it is I was like, I know it's not supposed to be funny, but I'm laughing here because
It's
it was
hysterical.
delivered so
Yeah.
funny. Um again, all the flowers, I think everybody should win an award 5 million times for this.
Yeah.
Um but yeah, that whole and then
It's
also like
so
when
good.
he leaves, he's like, "See you next season." Like I was like, "Okay, that's it." Well, that yeah, it was a he acted like it was Ilya's fault when Shane was very much the one who initiated a lot of like he
Talking.
went through
Yeah.
he sucked him out. Is that
Yeah.
the right word?
Saw it.
Saw him? Yeah.
What did you say? Because I heard
I
suck him out.
yeah.
And I was like,
I was like,
Brianna?
my brain's not. It's yeah. What
He
word was I
he
thinking?
did suck him out, but that's not
Yeah,
what we were
I
talking
know.
about.
I was like the other day when I sent you, what was the voice memo I sent you? And I used something, and I was like, "Oh, this is funny that I'm using this phrase in the context of the show because it's like
Oh, yeah.
genuinely, yeah." But yes,
Um, like the ending of it was good. My only note for episode one, which isn't a note, I would have loved Love Game by Lady Gaga to have been in the show at some point because I feel like it
ooh,
would have fit very well
that could have been a good one when they were like
in
in
the club.
Vegas at some point. Yeah,
Oh,
in
that
the
too.
club. Yeah. Oh, that in the club. Yeah.
All right, so that is
Yeah.
episode one, and that took us an
Whoop,
hour.
whoop. We're gonna have to do every single one of them.
Yeah, because
Hey,
we only have an hour left to record, so we're gonna have to figure this out.
two
Episode two is called The Olympians.
Olympians.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So
All canon.
the texting, so cute. The way that
I
they
loved how they
start
did
it
that in the
is
show.
great. And
Also, I
then
watched like a reel the other day, I think, or it was on Threads, where someone pointed out as soon as we get them texting, every scene that we see the two of them like on their phone, they're always actually facing each other. Like I don't know how to describe it without you
they're like
seeing me, but like
this,
yeah, so
and
like
then
Ilya's
yeah.
facing the left texting, and then Shane when they cut to him
So it's like they're
is
talking
facing
to each
the
other.
other way.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like that you never see them together, but the messages stay the same way, and they're always like facing each other in the same conversation.
It's very cute.
Which I didn't really realize, but is very again, the smallest little detail that is
So
very
well
well done.
done.
I just loved it. I also love the texting like on the screen because I can't stand when it's on like the phone. Also, like circa 2014, the text on an iPhone was not great. So like I couldn't imagine reading all of that on a phone.
No.
So the way they did it was very well done. But
So
yeah,
I went, "Oh my God, the texting is so cute. Holy fuck, is that a penis?" And that's what my reaction was in real time.
you had the same reaction as Shane basically did in the show. Also, this is
Yes.
where we meet. Hey, I love Hayden. I'm so sorry. I'm one of those. He has very mixed reviews. I feel like I've seen people who are like, "Oh,
He's
I can't
so
stand him." He's so
no,
funny.
he's funny.
He
He's
is one of my. I love him.
yeah.
He's just goofy. Um, but yeah, that's such a real reaction to it because like, oh, so cute, giggling, haha, and then it's like out of nowhere.
So this is a question for like I guess like TV viewers. Are we supposed to assume that they're not fucking, like hooking up during the text montage? Or like they're completely separate
Yeah.
for those months?
Well,
Because I know that like the timeline from the book to the show changed a little
it
bit.
shifts a little, yeah.
So I
I
know that
was
they're not
taking it
fucking
as
because
no, I
we
was
see
taking it
their
as like
first time.
flirting, like
No, but do we think they're actually going to each other's hotel rooms and like hooking up
oh.
during those scenes?
I think a lot of people took it as no because
Well,
I
because
think
we're seeing like what, 2 seasons worth of hockey go on
yeah,
in that montage. I like there's no
I
way
feel
they're
like they have
not.
to. No. Yeah, I know what you mean.
But also then how would but then like also why aren't they fucking at that? I don't know. I don't know.
Good point. Good point.
Um so the text before the game still fucking diabolical.
Yes. Again, absolutely insane. That's so real.
I don't even want to say what the text was, but if you've seen the show, you know what I'm talking about. But like that, I think that would get any person flustered. Never mind
Let
before
alone
you
this
have to go play a professional hockey game.
yeah. And again, like be normal about it. Not have to like
But
yeah.
also, like, okay, not saying that's any better if you are in a different kind of job, but the fact that like Shane's in a locker room with a bunch of other
I was gonna
men.
say the context of where he is makes it 10 like not 10 times worse, but like it's so much more awkward for him because he's like you're gonna get like ribbed on for if someone notices and like you can't explain it.
You'd be
So like what is he
well,
gonna do?
everyone does think that he's fucking some girl
Yes.
named
Lily.
Lily.
Because that's
Um,
their little code names, Lily and Jane.
which I will say, I think that it's funny because I think that Lily fits Hudson more, and I feel like Jane fits Connor more. So I just thought it was interesting.
Yeah,
Um, but like it's diabolical. Um,
it is.
and then I love Shane's autistic ass. Don't remember what that was in reference to, but I love him. So also,
This was that when he I think I don't remember if it was episode 1 or episode 2. No, it's definitely episode 2 when he it has to fold all his clothes.
yes.
Like I was like, okay, scene.
I just it's like thought daughter gay son, right?
Yes.
It's like depressed bisexual son or anxious autistic son, and I fear
This
I am all of it at the
yeah,
same
yeah.
time.
But like it was yes. I was like, "Oh my God." Yeah,
Yeah.
correct.
I'm like, "Oh, this is bad." Um Also, Ilya's little "you will murder me" is
So good.
so good when he shows up to
And then again, Shane
Okay,
going, maybe.
I do Shane I understand like why they didn't do it in the show, but Shane not buying a
The
fucking
condo
condo is
or the
so
building.
like that was so good in the book because it's like you were so anxious about someone
Yeah,
finding out about your fuck
bought a
buddy.
whole building.
You bought a whole building,
Hmm I
baby.
think in the
You
show
love
it was like
him.
he had the like the next apartment
Mhm.
or something like that. Um, I loved this scene, like them arguing in the hallway and then like racing up the stairs. I I'm obsessed. I'm just obsessed with them. Okay, like it was so where they're like, Ilia's like, you missed me, and they're just arguing, 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 and then they're literally walking upstairs and they just start racing like little kids, and it was so well done. This
Yeah.
also introduces Ilya making fun of Shane for like being Mr. Real Estate because he explains his whole like plan, which again is literally just exists because he doesn't want anybody to find out about what he's doing.
Yeah.
Um, and Ilya's just like, okay, Mr. Real Estate, like
Yeah.
whatever.
Um I know that like it's been going around that Ilya's very good at checking in with Shane when they're
Yeah.
doing, but like it's okay. I think that this is an interesting conversation when people talk about like consent and sex and stuff, is that
Mm,
people are like asking, can I kiss you? Or asking, can I fuck you? Can be like, it can pull you out of the moment. And I understand why people say that. But I think that one of the things that is really important when like and this is like a real world application thing,
yeah.
when you know your partner, you know how to check in with them. And I think that especially as we go along through this series, you like okay, when we get to the cottage and we get to like that scene where Shane's on the phone,
Yeah.
which just in case anyone is like gonna I don't know, whatever. We'll wait till we get there. But the way that Ilya's
Mhm.
like it's all hand gestures and facial expressions and the way that like Shane moves and
Fits
gives him
them.
access and it
Yeah.
works very well for them. And I think that while Ilya may not literally be asking like, can I fuck you? Like he is getting consent in the way that works for
Yeah.
those two. And this is just like a general message to anyone who does have sex. Like that is important in a relationship to be able to have that like understanding of each
Understanding.
other.
Yeah. I also think that's
So
something that's I don't know if it's often overlooked in like shows and movies, but I feel like it is where like
mhm.
that communication that doesn't happen at all and you just kind of like assume, well yeah, I
Yeah.
hope you'd assume. So I feel like actually seeing that on screen in a way that fits for like
Yeah.
their relationship and them as characters is really important too because I feel like a lot of times we're just kind of like we're here and now we're here and there's like no explanation in between.
Also,
What?
gay men using
Pause.
condoms. Thank you, Rachel Reed, for having them have
I
safe
saw
sex.
yeah,
Um,
I saw a tweet where somebody's like, "I know this is written by a woman because," and I'm like, "Did you not like? Do we have to? Somebody has to educate you? Are we like?" Somebody did in the replies. I went through it, but I saw it was a real tweet I saw, and I was
like
like, "Okay, okay, okay."
we should still be
But
using condoms even if we're
yes,
fucking people in the ass,
yes,
guys. We can
yeah.
still get STDs. This has turned into a sex ed episode,
You
actually.
said that was so funny. Like, yeah. In
Am I
case you
wrong?
didn't know, here's your PSA. Please remember that. Um, anyway, yes,
Um,
good point. I love that.
I also so like once they're done, Shane going, "No, the bed's all dirty." I died. I died.
Again, that was one of those things where I was like, this is me. And what does that say about me? Because like I was like, that's so real. Because I also would never be able to just like go to bed. Like that's gross to me. Ew, what? Ken's laughing because this is so. I was one of those moments. I was like, oh my god, that's so real.
Brianna,
That's
it's
me.
because
I know
you
why.
are a little cinnamon roll of a
I
human
know.
being, and I
Oh,
love
I
you
thought that
so
wasn't what I thought you were gonna say. But
just
okay, I'll
the
take it.
thought of you.
That you can't tell. It's so. Listen, it's, she's losing her mind over this. I know you guys can't see her.
No,
She's
no,
like
Brianna, this is
crying.
going on YouTube. I hope you know
Okay,
that.
well, if you're listening, she's crying, like laughing, crying.
Okay, guys, Brianna doesn't curse. Brianna's like a little goody two shoes. So
I
the idea that you've
wait.
had this thought is so. Also,
I
listen,
told I
you and
told
I have talked
Mackenzie.
about this. The fact that you enjoyed a show that
Yeah,
is like
I
this
literally.
raunchy is
So I was
so
gonna say.
weird.
I was like, so I started watching it before Ken's even read the book, and I told her I was like, I had like I'm like that person where like once I start watching something and I get engaged in the fandom, I'm like fully involved in it. So I I remember telling Ken, I think we were like 3 episodes in. I was like, "You're gonna watch this and be like, you watch this?" And I was like, I
Yeah,
was like, "Yeah,
yeah.
I did."
Listen, I'm
So
shocked you're letting us
it's
talk about this on the internet because I really
I
didn't
don't
think.
care.
I know, but
I'm talking about everybody else I know and ever. So like
I'm just saying this is
I
so funny. I'm
that was
crying. Okay. Um,
anyway. That was one of those moments where I was like, "That real." I get it, Shane. That's true.
so my follow-up thought was they are so affectionate for a quote unquote
Mm-hmm.
hookup. How did either of them ever think this was non-committal?
Yeah. Is this the scene where um
This is
they're
like
like
when they're
cuddling
going to
and then
leave.
Illy is kind of like that's a little like he starts to like pull away where he's like, "Oh, I don't actually want to." Like I think he
It's
realizes
the
in this
whole
moment,
aftermath of the scene
yeah.
and like when they're going to the hallway and the hallway kiss and
I think that's
everything.
when like Ilya kind of realizes like, "Oh, this is a little more than us just like hooking up. Like there's
Yeah.
more going on here," and he doesn't exactly want to like
Yeah.
engage with that idea yet. And then he kind of like not pushes Shane away, but it's kind of like, "All right, I'm
I
leaving.
go
We're
now.
done."
Yeah.
Yeah, like this is whatever was happening is not happening anymore, and that's it. But that for me was the first like Shane was in it, and like he's like that's what he wants and is okay with it right then. But then Ilya is like, this is totally not what I thought I was. Where we were going, and that's
Yeah.
kind of him being like, all right,
I
I'm
don't even think if
leaving.
it's I don't even think it's like it's not this isn't where I thought it was going. It's
No,
oh, I
yeah,
actually can't do this right now.
that's what I mean. Like it's like a surprising like, oh wait,
Yeah.
but yes,
The hallway kiss is adorable.
I know.
It's so
But see,
good. It's so
I
tender. And I'm like,
yeah,
oh, like it's
I remember when I watched it the first time, and it ended up that clip's in like a million edits. Also, if you follow me anywhere, like that's all I'm
all we're
reposting. It's really
reposting.
bad. Like for a while when it first came out, it was just me reposting Heated Rivalry edits and like all of my Lando like LN1 edits, and I was like, you're gonna get a million of them. I'm so sorry. Um, what Shane's sitting on the stairs and he's literally hugging Ilya's jacket, and his eyes are closed when Ilya comes in and like kiss him. I was like,
It's so
guys,
good. It's so
like
good.
I'm like I'm gonna melt in a puddle over here. I can't do this.
Yeah.
It was so sweet. It's
Moving on to
I
something that's
have
not
no
sweet.
words. What?
The reference to the mold in Sochi, like the so if you guys don't know that like actually happened in the Olympics in
That is
Sochi.
real. Also,
So the reference was so funny.
I had a conversation. Well, I kind of texted you about this. I had a conversation about the show last night at my place of work, which is literally in professional hockey, which is so funny to me. Um, but I was either listening or talking to something, and I was like, the names are obviously different. Like, obviously there's no like team affiliation specifically between names, but the actual like little details they put throughout the show that are actually like hockey slash NHL accurate, um, like make me like who's a nerd about it so happy.
Yeah.
Like they kept the Boston team's like original year, like their first year in the league is the same year as the Bruins.
I will
Um,
say they did not keep the Rangers Cup the same. We'll get to
no,
that
they
in
did not.
episode 3, but
Yeah,
that was, I did
it's
the
because the
math. I was like,
timeline
excuse me.
shifted. Yeah. And then like later on in episode 6, the last episode, there's like a whole reference to like Montreal being the team that's won the most cups, which is also like true in real life.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, I love those little like I'm a hockey like if you don't know hockey, that's like something you're just kind of like okay,
But
cool,
then
but like
there
that's
are other
accurate.
things that are said that are very not accurate, and I
No,
would love
but
to get Jacob's perspective on that because Jacob
yes,
obviously knows hockey. Because also, if you don't know, Jacob Tierney is also involved with Shoresy, um,
and Letterkenny,
and
right?
Letterkenny.
Yeah,
So
both very
sometimes
big
I'm like,
hockey
excuse
shows.
me.
Yeah, so like those little things, I was kind of like, oh wait, I do like those little
Yeah, the
like
little
hockey
hints
nerd
to like real
history
hockey.
details, yeah, that are like actually real. But um, anyway, yeah, the mold and Sochi.
Um,
That's a very good
yeah.
reference.
Carter Vaughn. Also, I love that actor. He is in um oh my God, he's in something else I watched recently.
Somebody,
Anyways,
I was gonna
he's
say
so good.
somebody had pointed out that he was in something else.
Is
I
it
don't
My
know what it
Life with
was because
it
I had
might be
never
My Life
watched
with
it.
the Walter Boys. Maybe.
You told me to watch that show and I have not done it.
I'm like
I'm so
anyways,
sorry.
he's so funny and I want to say it was Jacob said to tell him to act like he had like a lesbian sister
Yeah,
like and I was like, yeah, ally.
comes across exactly that way
It
because he's
does.
like, we're cool with it, but also like,
Well, because when he says like your buddy might be gay, it's like not safe for
yeah,
him here. Which we'll get to this in episode 3, but obviously in episode 2 you see Shane's reaction to it. Um, and it I think like the subtle like shock is really good.
yeah,
Ilya's that is a piece of shit, so is Alexi. And
yep.
then I wrote Shane, I love you so much, but you need to let Ilya be angry sometimes. Um,
Oh, is this when he this is Olympics?
yeah,
This is when he finds him at the top of the rink and then
yeah,
Ilya's like, no, don't talk to me. I don't want to see
yeah.
you. We're not anything. And Shane's just like,
Well,
I
like
haven't seen you. I haven't
one,
heard from you. Like, what the heck?
but like one, Shane, this is not the time nor the
He
place to be
also,
doing this.
yes, he has like literally no idea what's going.
What's
Like,
going
this is
on
one of
with
those things where
Ilya?
it's like there's no like he has no idea what Ilya has like gone through up until this moment.
Yeah.
And also, again, they are in Russia for the Olympics, and he's like, wow, I haven't seen Ilya in a while. I haven't talked to him. Let me go actually go look for him and talk to him in
Which,
person.
if they had been friends on and off the ice in the public view, it
Yeah,
would have been fine. But they
normal.
hated each other, and so I'm like, you guys
Yeah.
can't be seen. But just as like a person who is like a very angry person, so, like I see a lot of myself in both of these characters.
Hmm.
But I think that like especially in the scene, I was like, Shane, you have to let him have emotion. Like you have to let him
Yeah.
be angry right now and like let him stew and
Like process it. But I
process.
also think that's part of like Shane not knowing
Yeah.
like he wants to be the one, which is yeah, like he wants to be like, hey, like we're
Yeah. Like I'm
whatever we
here for
are.
you.
I want to be the one. Yeah, like I you can talk to me, and he's like
Yeah.
doesn't know how or why Ilya won't do that. Um, but that is a good point. Yeah, he has to kind of just let him breathe.
Which
And Shane is
I
like,
would
what?
like to note that I wrote verbatim, let him be angry.
Let him be
So,
angry. That's actually so good. Let
um,
him be angry.
I also don't remember if I don't remember where in the book this happens, but at some point Shane donates to like the Canadian dementia research thing. And I don't
Yes,
think that
that didn't
happens in the
happen in the
show.
show.
But like that whole like
I forgot
hearing
about
Ilya have
that.
to deal with that is so
Yeah,
hard. Um, and like I've always said, like if I ever get to that point, fucking put me down because I don't want to do that to myself or
yeah,
my family members.
or anybody.
But like I like memory loss illnesses are so difficult and I
Yeah.
would not wish that on my worst enemy.
Mhm.
Like having to deal with that. Um, I'm still shocked that Connor is from Texas. He did so good. Also, his hair looked
The
so good in
way,
that scene. So good in that
yeah.
scene. Continue.
That man learned Rush, which I took French classes for like 4 years in high
Yep.
school, and I can very basically speak French. Like if I were to go to Canada or France, I would be able to maybe carry myself through. Um, for someone
But
to
still sound
learn,
American.
yes, like you would know I'm not from there.
Yeah.
But to learn like one of the hardest languages ever and then be able to like pass as like where native speakers think you literally have known it your whole life,
Also,
both
that man
accent and
looks
how like accurate
Slavic,
it is.
so
Yes.
I don't know.
I was like, oh, and that's why I think I watched I don't know if I watched or if I read it where um they had asked Rachel or Jacob about like the casting and Rachel was like they literally saw Connor and were like that he is like she literally was like that is Ilya. Like he looks just like him. Yeah, he does very much like he would look like he's Russian. Like he just has that
Has
exactly
that
how I would
face.
picture Ilya. He is
Yeah.
exactly that. But yeah, I was like to learn. I was like, could you teach me? Because like if that was the case, I'd be learning languages like it was a hobby for
Yeah.
fun. Like what are we
Um,
doing?
and then I
Also,
went
fun fact, I can't wait. Like I get not really a spoiler.
for Hudson to
In the
have to
long
learn
game,
Russian.
yeah,
Yeah.
I was like Hudson, you better like let's go. Like he was like, oh, it's so impressive, and I'm like, you have to speak Russian next season.
Yeah.
Like let's get going. You got to learn that.
Um,
Not well, but like that. I guess is also kind of the point, but still.
so this is the party scene. So I went, yay, Svetlana, which also
What? We love her.
Ksenia, baby, anytime you want to come on the podcast, you are more
She is
than
one of.
welcome.
I also loved Rose. Like again, the women in this
I
show were
would
very well done.
love those. I would love to have a conversation with those
Yeah.
two.
Um, but I loved how they were not portrayed because they were written well too in the books. But like,
We get more of them in the show.
yeah. But having, I think this kind of goes back to like just having women in a hockey book that aren't. How do I say this nicely?
Used as
They aren't being
fodder.
they aren't serving a purpose.
Yeah.
Like they're friends and they're there as like genuine human beings. Even Shane's mom being the way she is, like it's very well
I will
portrayed.
say the only thing that I don't love
Yes.
is that women, even like side character women in a lot of sports romances, are portrayed as, I'm gonna say puck bunnies, but I for any sport that applies. The thing that I don't love is that all three of them, Rose, Svetlana, and Yuna, are
Yeah.
extremely well versed
Versed.
in hockey. And so that's why they're not puck bunnies because
Yeah.
they actually know the sport. Whereas I feel like it would have been nice
Better.
maybe to have one of them not know about, like maybe like Rose
And I think
not
she's
be a hockey fan.
not as knowledgeable as the other two of them.
She's not, but
But I
but
know what
like
you
you
mean,
get
where
the
it's like
sentiment
completely
where
not
it's
having, yeah,
like
like not knowing anything about it.
you have to know puck to not be a puck bunny, and it's like
Yeah.
no, I could just like my friend
Yes.
because I'm friends with them. Like
But yeah, also I do agree with that. I just think for me it was so nice to just like see women in a
yes,
show and like in a story like this where they weren't just like serving a lower purpose, where they were actually like well developed characters and they
yeah,
had a part of the story and they were like actual real functioning human beings who played a role in the story. And I was like, oh my God,
yeah.
wow, this is crazy.
Well, I did
So
also
yes.
write like right after like I love Svetlana because like this is how like that conversation where she was explaining how like
She's so real.
New Jersey is worse than New York and New York is worse than Montreal and so this
Yeah.
is why the Admirals are going to win the cup and da 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 da. I'm like that's how you and I talk to each other. Like we
Yeah.
had that exact conversation and I think that it
Also,
was
I
very
think
well done
I don't think it's mentioned in the first time we see her. It's mentioned episode
later.
5. Yeah. She's like the daughter of a really famous NHL goalie.
Yeah.
I think it's an NHL goalie
Well, he
or
says
a goalie.
Soviet. So
Yeah. So she like grew up in hockey. She knows hockey. She never played. I don't think they don't ever tell her that, but she like knows what she's talking
yeah.
about because that's been her whole life. Um, and yeah, that scene when
But
they're in the bathroom and she's like, "This is exactly why,"
I
and I was like,
think
"That's so real."
my gripe is
Correct.
that that character part of like that part of her character is not what makes her valid as a person.
Yes,
Like that's my
I know what
only
you mean.
thing. But
Yeah.
also, I don't remember there being cocaine in the books, but
I
Ilya walking
feel like it was
into
probably implied, but not actually like
yeah, Ilya walking
stated.
into Shane Sasha doing coke. And then also my brain went, Sasha, oh, that's gonna and then like they were like, yeah, it's the coach's son. And I was like,
Yeah.
Also I
Hello.
hated
Yeah.
him. I
I
literally
know he
wrote,
was
I
very
feel like
annoying.
I'm watching Ilya be assaulted right now.
I was glad he was only there for that scene.
Yeah.
I would have been like much more annoyed. If he popped up again, I would have been like, let's go. Get him out of here. I'm sick of him already. Let's go. But yeah.
I love, 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 love Ilya's speech before the cup. I thought that it was something that wasn't in the books, but it was something that
Someone
was so
wait,
well done for TV.
I for anybody who actually is a hockey fan and has references, I love the
Connor
way
McDavid.
yeah, I love the way it was done. But immediately, like not even all the way through it, like halfway through, I'm like, this is Connor McDavid in the Face Off show.
Yes.
Not even when he's like,
Which I
I
still
guess when
haven't
he was
watched
screaming.
or
Yeah.
haven't finished it yet.
I only watched up to the captain episode in the first
I I
series.
think I got through the first two
Fun fact:
episodes of season one.
I only watched up until that one because I wanted to see it
Quinn.
was Quinn and Gabe in it because it was a captain's episode, and I was like, okay, I'll watch it, and then I didn't watch the rest. Um, but yeah, it was very much. I was like, put these side by side. It's like the same exact um like vibe, which
But like
is
a
exactly probably what they were going
but
for.
it's funny because it's a very different situation.
Yes,
It like
but
New
like the
York was
whole
gonna
like,
win.
screaming at like your teammates and like the whole like motivation thing, I was like, this is. I feel like I've seen this before.
Yeah. I don't know.
What was
Um,
the line where he turns around? Oh my god, the one where he's like something about winning.
I don't know.
It
I didn't
was
write the whole
like
speech down.
yeah, it was like that was my favorite moment of the whole thing though.
But Shane
Anyways,
looking like he was gonna cry once Ilya won was adorable. And
his when he was tearing up.
I also really do appreciate so in the books when Ilya wins the cup, he goes, "Fuck you, I did
Yeah.
it. Fuck
Hmm.
you." In the show, he goes, "I did it, mama." And
Yeah.
oh my God, if that didn't
I
break my fucking
I
heart.
clocked that immediately, and then as soon as I watched the episode, somebody on Twitter was like, "Is that what he said?" And I was like, "Yeah." I wanted. Ugh.
Like I
I wanted to
literally
just.
wanted to
I wanted to
cry.
sob. I actually wanted to sob. And yeah, the way they. Also, I think it's so important that like Shane is with his all of his teammates. Again,
Yeah.
Hayden, hey, we love
Which
you.
can we talk about how they all were like in a wheelchair and a sling? I was like, I love that we're
Yeah,
showing the
but
fact that they're
I
all beat the fuck up after the
after going
playoffs.
to the playoffs, I loved how they really like you see just like Shane sitting there hanging out watching the game, and the way they focus on his like the way they zoomed in on his face where you could see like the tears in his eyes, but the smile on his face at the same time watching Ilya win it. That moment in the book made me like literally scream. I was like, "Oh my god!" And then
It's
again,
so
that's
good.
another callback. We'll get to another. That's another parallel we'll get to. But that whole like watching who is supposed to be your rival reach your biggest dream before you
Yeah.
and being happy for
Which
him.
can I note, I think I'm correct in this, that Ilya only wins one cup in the show, whereas Shane wins two.
Hmm.
Okay.
I think in the book it's 2 and 3, isn't
Okay.
it?
I don't
I
remember the
think I
numbers.
have to go back. It's they both win multiple in the book.
I okay, so now if we get to like the if we're going to the award show,
Correct.
the selfie feels so at least in the book, I think we're assuming that Ilya is the one who's creating the selfie. Like he's the one who's
Yeah,
deciding to it. It's not on the prompter. Whereas in the show, it feels like the selfie is scripted.
it's the league saying, yeah.
Yeah. Which isn't a bad choice, but it felt more scripted.
Yeah, like you don't yeah.
The bathroom fight is
The
so funny, and the maybe if you
that
ask nicely, I went, Ilya.
I know we've watched all 6 episodes. I am still stuck at that bathroom scene. Again, this is where I said, Hudson Williams, you deserve everything ever given to you because the I don't have words. The way he portrayed the emotions in that scene um were so again, I'm gonna say so well done. It was just absolutely insane. I felt like I was gonna like jump out of my body watching it.
So
Um,
good.
but my favorite is when Ilya is talking about Ilya always, which we've known this up until this time, where he calls Shane boring. Um, and someone also
Sucking
pointed out
someone
that
off
when
in a public
Shane,
bathroom that does not lock is not boring.
yes, but when Shane points out that Ilya's English has gotten really good, and like and that's something where someone also pointed out that he's like upset because he's missed all that time when Ilya's English has gotten better.
Yeah. Yeah, but
And Ilya
Ilya
makes a joke where
going,
it's like, I read the New Yorker now, and
yeah,
Shane's
I
like,
have that written down as in
oh,
my quotes.
and the whole like, no, it's boring, and then Shane goes, yeah, my dad reads the New Yorker, and the whole wow lives free in my
Well,
head. That I can't like that whole
is this
sequence.
is this thing on? Yes, Ilya. Autism
Yeah,
does is genetic. Thank you. Um,
it's just I watch. I know it's not even the most moving and like well done scene in the entire
but
show.
it's so
I
good.
genuinely, I'm still there. I'm still at that one
Also, they're
all this
so
time after.
so awkward.
Yeah.
I did write
Oh my
in
god.
that part, Ilya baby, do you know how down bad you are right now?
No. No. They're both in the scene so
But like
like it's very
I
much each their
know,
characters,
but you can
but
see how much Shane knows that he's fucked because you can see him
yeah.
losing it internally. Whereas
Mhm.
I again, Ilya's so cool that it's like,
It
are
doesn't
you
yeah.
I don't know if Ilya ever actually like I know that Ilya falls first, but I don't know if Ilya ever processes his emotions that he fell first
No, and
until
I think
later
that's a
on.
good point where Shane knows it earlier on, and Ilya I don't think comes to terms with it, if you wanna
Yeah.
call it that, until later. And so that's why it kinda makes it seem like
Well,
Shane fell
because
first, but
once Ilya does come to terms that he freaks the fuck out, which we'll
yeah,
get to later, which is another part where I miss that inner dialogue.
I know.
But we'll get to that in
It's okay.
episode 5. Um,
Ah,
it's
you bring
so
up the bathroom scene, and I'm just like, "End the day. I don't need anything else.
it's so fucking
Hand the
buzzy. The
awards out."
whole thing is fantastic. I
So
love
good.
that they chirp each other um
Yeah.
like during sex is like foreplay. Like I think that
Mhm.
that's so funny. And then I went, God, it's so fucking buzzy. Fuck in all caps again.
That scene also pause. That scene, the Vegas scene was the first one they ever did,
Yeah.
which, like, you guys are insane. I love that, but, like, absolutely insane.
Yeah.
Also, Connor or Ilya dragging the chair was so improvised, but so funny because I laughed at that too. But that scene in the book made me lose my mind, and then seeing how they did that, I I was jaw dropped, speechless the entire time I was watching it. I was like, "Oh my god, that my brain's like short circuiting now. I don't even have words." It's just crazy. It's so crazy. I yeah.
Um, hmm. So the the whole concept of the Vegas scene is so like awkward,
Mm,
but I think it also shows their personality. Like if you wanted to show this show, I think like as a whole, I think that that
that's
scene does
the
a really good job of it because it's Ilya is so commanding, but still very soft. Like I
yeah.
think that he was very aware of how Shane was feeling, and had Shane been like genuinely like, I'm not doing this, Ilya would have been like, okay, we don't have to do it.
Mhm.
Also, the you get vodka as a reward is so funny.
Yeah. Yep.
Um, it was so good. It literally like it's I okay. There are scenes in The Summer
So
I Turned
sick.
Pretty that were very buzzy.
Yeah. But this is like other
This is
level.
this is buzzy. Like
Yeah.
I don't know how else to explain. I can feel the heat and the tension radiating off of the
Yeah.
fucking screen.
I literally felt like the only way I can describe it is like I was watching it, I felt like I was like physically vibrating. I was like, oh my god, like there was I
Yeah.
physically felt the effects of it, which is so weird because I'm not actually in it, but like
Yeah. Um,
speechless. Just yeah. Yeah.
I also said like they're so open with each other, but also so closed off, and they need to fucking talk to each
Yeah.
other.
Yeah.
Um, and then we get to the end of the episode,
Oh.
and we get
I
to
was like,
Shane texting Ilya,
yeah.
and the unsent "we didn't even kiss"
Mm.
text, and I went, "Oh my
They
God, my
didn't.
baby girl! I promise he loves you," because
No.
that is something that I like. So the first time they fuck, it's very emotional, and also like this whole episode is like one really big build up,
Yeah.
and they're getting closer. They're getting closer. They're sharing more things with each other and they're more friendly. And so then to get to that scene that is so emotionally charged for both of them, and then
And then
yeah, they don't even kiss.
also, like, I think
Why? Why wouldn't you
even though
kiss me? What did I do wrong?
yeah, even though I was like, I knew that was coming based from the book,
Yeah.
I was so enveloped in the scene that I didn't even remember or like clock that they didn't kiss until like Shane was typing the text out, and I was like, "Oh my god, you're right," because like it pulls you in so much that you're like all the emotions and all the again the buzziness kind of like wraps you up in it, and you as the viewer forget that doesn't happen. So I like knew it was coming, and I completely forgot about it, and then I was like, and like see after knowing how it goes down that way, you're just like, oh my god,
I think that and I do think it's like a really good like device because in a
yeah,
lot of books where people are just hooking up, there's a very clear like do not kiss me on the mouth
yep.
rule. We are not emotionally invested.
But
And I
this
think that they kiss so early on. Like
they've been
they
emotionally invested since day one.
exactly and
Like,
so I can feel how devastating that
hmm
is for Shane to like have those emotions and feel that way.
also like this is one of those parts where coming off of what we know, like where Ilya was like, this might be like getting to a level of too much that I don't really want to go to right now.
Yeah.
Shane is fully in it. And he is not either if he's realized or he's not, he isn't like changing how he's interacting with Ilya. So he's like, this is what I want, this is how I want it. I like it like this. And I feel like he doesn't exactly process that it didn't happen that way until after and he's like, "Oh, hold on a second. Like this is not what I like it's different, but I don't know why." And it's I feel like very much shows you where they both are at the moment with like handling whatever they are together. Um which becomes important later, I guess.
I
But I feel like
think
it's a very good way of describing like this is what Shane is thinking and why it's a big deal, and this is what Ilya is thinking and how he went across it, and like why it's such a difference.
but I would have loved to have seen Ilya's like had Shane
Yeah.
texted it and Ilya been like, "Oh fuck, you're right." Or like, "Yeah, that was intentional."
I also
Like I
think
would
with
have
the
loved to have
idea,
seen his response to
yeah,
it.
his reaction to it. I also think I don't think it's before we see the shot of Shane, but the one of Iliad is in bed, um, with the vodka or whatever, and he's just like staring into space. It's also kind of like so you know, like you are aware, and I do also think it would have been so much. Not that it happens in the book either if he sent that text, but like just seeing that whatever would have crossed his face if he were to send it and how he would have responded would have probably ripped my heart out, but like I would have loved to see the way it kind of was portrayed in that sense, but
I will
yeah.
say, I think
Yeah.
also the show is very well done because at this point in the relationship, it feels like, okay, we didn't kiss.
Mhm.
I guess we're done. Like,
Yeah.
it feels like, oh, we got to pump the brakes on this a little bit. So I actually really like that episode 3 specifically is the interjection of Skip
Mhm.
because it, I feel like had we kept going with Ilya and Shane in that moment, it would have felt like too much and too much pressure. And like,
Yeah.
I think that pulling it out and pulling away for a second was such a good like narrative choice to
Mhm.
one, bolster how Ilya and Shane are feeling because now we're gonna get some tension between them
Yep.
and like that separation. Like I just it's so well done narratively.
Yeah.
Um, all right. So episode 3. I wrote gimme skip. Gimme, 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 gimme.
Yes. I do love I know a lot of people had like complaints about this. And if you are familiar with how the books go, Scott and Kip are the first book. Like they are genuinely like the first
Yes.
one in the story.
They are
And
the game changers.
you need to know some of their background for Shane and Ilya's story later on, which we will obviously get to in this
Yes.
episode. Um, but it is important. Like there was never any explicit like this show's only about Shane and Ilya, and you kind of have to have the background of these two characters for their story. So
Yeah.
it's very necessary, and it was very, very well done.
Which,
And I loved them as like a couple and as characters too. They were very fun. So
yeah,
yeah. Also, again, where we said it very much fits where it was in the
narratively.
episodes. Yeah. So
Have
it
you
makes a lot of
read
sense.
their book? Because I have not.
I have not.
Okay.
No.
So
It's
no
on my
spoilers
list.
for their
I'm reading them
book.
all out of weirdly order because I read Heated Rivalry and now I'm reading The Long Game, which is actually book 6. But it's there. It's like Shane and Ilya's second book. So yeah. I will go back and read it. I haven't read it yet though. But yes,
Um, so what I said about the zoom in on Shane at the Olympics when Carter's talking about
at the table.
the gay guy,
Yeah.
um, Francois is also killing it with his eyes in the
Mm-hmm.
first 10 seconds because I think you can see like the panic on Shane's face a little
He
bit,
where he
but for Scott, you kind of see like the understanding
yep.
and like the I
He like
can never
acknowledges
come
it.
out.
Yeah.
And I think that that is such an interesting choice.
Also, I also think also something I think that was different from the books is the way they kind of meshed the timeline a little bit with this.
Hmm.
But I loved the idea of going back, like the current of what happens with Skip as it is,
Hmm.
and Scott like winning the cup eventually. But I love the going back to the Olympics to be
Yeah.
like, this is why that moment was important. Like you already watched this in like Shane's eyes, quote
Yeah.
unquote, but there was more going on here that you didn't even realize. And I really loved that kind of like a callback, even though it wasn't that far away.
Yeah.
But that like explaining of it from years before to catch us up to now, I very much enjoyed that. I loved the like this was the same scene, but not really because you have no
Yeah.
idea what's also happening. So a little
Um,
side note.
the song is amazing.
Yes, yes.
Um, also, you know what? That man can't run.
Yeah, I don't know. I've seen the point. I'm like, I don't know if they're telling him to run like that for the character or if that's his genuine run. But like, I have concerns, and I'm not a runner. But I can tell it's not. Something's wrong. We need to.
I also would like to note that for anyone who I guess doesn't, this is a Stucky fic, I
Yeah, I didn't
believe.
know that. Yeah.
Which just my little Marvel heart was like,
Oh my god.
um, so yeah, that was fun. I just, it would have been really funny had it been like on your left, but anyways,
Yes.
um,
Also, that was funny that a lot of the I saw a tweet about how people were like, again, because there's the teams in the books are based off of teams that are in real cities, except for there's a San Francisco team. There's not a San Francisco team in the NHL, but someone made a joke. They were like the captain of the New York Rangers is never worried about being spotted in New York City because they made this whole. And I'm like, you know what? True, but
yeah.
like for the purpose of this, we'll go for it. It makes sense.
Um, I wrote that is juice. Scott, you are not slick.
Yeah, those
And
smoothies
then,
are not smoothies.
which like guys, we really couldn't have put ice
It's
in
a
the budget.
juice store.
Like,
It's a juice. It's like well, maybe it's like a smoothie juice. Isn't it like a
no, he
usually the
ordered a
same
smoothie.
thing?
He ordered a smoothie.
I know it's a
Also,
smoothie,
it had
but
banana in it, so it would have been anyways. This is
also
a
I'm so
stupid thing.
sorry. When you order any smoothie with banana in it, it's a banana smoothie. You're not
Yes.
getting strawberry banana, it's banana. That
Yeah.
banana is taking over everything. It is not does not make it better. I'm so sorry, Kip. Your advice is bad. I'm not putting banana in my smoothie. But it's a very good callback for like them as characters or something very important.
Yeah.
But when you get a smoothie, you do not put banana in it because all you taste is banana.
But like I also just love that they are both like so down bad from like the second that they
They're
meet.
so awkward too. The first like their first interaction is my favorite thing in the
Yeah.
world. With Kip being asleep at the counter.
Yeah.
Is that the word I'm looking for?
Yeah.
Um, but it was like this sweet awkward where you're like, oh my god, they both are like feeling that instant like, oh my god,
And
how
then
do I deal with this?
Kip's coworker, the
I
girl.
love her. I love her.
Girl.
She's my immediate favorite. What was her name? Why am I not remembering her
It's not
name?
Elena, it's the other one. I don't remember.
No. Elaine is also again, she's another one. Yeah, but
Fantastic.
her coworker how she's just like sitting there on her phone and she's like, "Come on." Like even I see that.
Kip forcing his friends to watch hockey is so good
Real.
because like it's
Me.
real, yeah.
That's me.
Um, but also like the gays. Like
Yeah.
his friends, I think, are such a
They're a
stereotypical but
nice.
fun
Yeah.
representation of like what you would get at a gay bar. Um,
Also, I just think it's so funny that like you would never. Well, that's not something true now, but like sports and like a gay bar do not are not things you would put together
no, there's a lot of
usually.
like gay sports bars for like the
Yeah.
lesbians.
So that's what I'm saying, like
Um,
that. But I'm like the idea that he's like, could you put this sports game on? And they're like, huh? Like what? Why?
I also love like I mean, he's definitely not gay. And it's like you really couldn't like Kip is so down bad and Scott is so down bad, but the funniest part is that neither of them think the other person is gay.
Yes.
And I'm
Like
like,
they
first
haven't
off,
acknowledged. Yeah.
Scott, that Kip is definitely gay.
Yes.
Um, and Kip, baby, did you see the eyes he was that man is into you, whether he's gay or
Hmm.
not, he wants to fuck you.
You could tell. You can tell.
Um, everyone is so awkward. I love it. And then when we get back to it, I love that Scott is like, I'm not that superstitious, but also like Kip being his
I am.
like it's not the smoothie, it's like Kip is his new superstition. And I think that
Yeah.
that's so adorable, but also
He's
so
playing it off as the
unsafe.
smoothie being the superstition.
Yes, but it's so unsafe to have a person be your superstition.
Well, yes. But suspend your disbelief, Ken. This is a fictional book.
No, no, but I'm just saying, like, even in the context of the book, like, what if you
Well,
guys
yeah.
break up? Like, you're gonna lose everything.
True. True.
You lose
But
your boyfriend and your hockey game? That
all
sucks.
of it and one time.
Um, someone saying your name driving you crazy is so real. Like, I want to say
Hmm.
it's like when Kip is like freaking out that Scott like said his name, and I'm like,
Yeah.
same.
Yeah.
Because like I like whenever I'm talking, I think that like I think this is part of like a phone thing. Like we're all so disconnected.
Yeah.
So whenever someone is talking to me, they're like Ken's, and I'm like, yes.
Yeah.
Like it
Like
immediately gets
you
my
called me?
attention.
Yeah. I know what you
So
mean.
I think it makes things more personal, and I think it's just so like it's such a good detail.
Yes.
What does that even say? Stop staring. Oh, this is when
This could be
Scott
applicable.
is working like sending
Oh,
emails, which also what
yes.
emails does he have?
I don't know.
Um, like again, where is your agent?
Who are the where are the people working for you guys? Like what is happening here?
Um, so yeah, Scott like Kip like like literally staring at him. I'm like,
At him.
Kip, stop it, stop it, stop it, stop it.
Mm.
Scott being obsessed with true crime is so funny to me.
Yes. Also, I don't again I wish I'd read that book so I would have be like to know if that was like
Yeah.
something they added or if it was real, but it feels like it's been there.
And then I wrote Kip is too gay to function, which is a Mean Girls reference if you don't know.
Yes. Of
But
course.
he
Where
is gay to function. Um, why does Scott have two seats? Like I know that we get like the trauma of like his parents are dead,
who sees?
but like Scott just casually has two seats to his game.
Oh. I don't know.
Um,
I don't know how that works when
but cute to invite him though. I thought that was cute.
it is, yeah.
But I also so like in my head I wonder if he actually had two seats or if
He
he's like
got them
I have two
specifically.
seats and then was like I have to go buy two seats.
Yeah. Which
Um,
I don't either way, I kind of like it. I kind of like it that way.
yeah.
If he had to be like, I want you to come to my game, but actually like like he has to facilitate making it happen and like passes it off as like this is a perk I get for playing professional hockey.
Like I thought
But
that would be
actually,
really cute because I was
it
like,
would be like okay.
well, also
Okay.
because Kip doesn't seem to have access to the family room, which would
Yeah,
mean that
he
because
just
like
bought
especially
tickets.
like you'll notice it later, like even when they are like when we get to the cup scene, also the family wouldn't come out onto the ice. Anyways, um
Well, they do after.
yeah, but like not at the same time while like the
No.
cup's being anyways.
Usually like you have to like they go and do the cup and then it's like, okay, you guys can come in.
But like
I
the
took my
family
pictures.
is coming in like all together, whereas Kip is still up in the stands, which
Yeah,
in my head means that Scott doesn't
he
actually
just bought
have
tickets.
tickets. He's buying tickets for Kip to sit somewhere else in the
Yeah. But
arena
that also
because
might be part of like the whole I don't know if they'd be also worried about like the whole like I don't want people to know about you, so I don't want to
No,
put you in a box where people ask you questions and
yes.
why you're here for me and et cetera, et cetera. So I'm gonna make you look like a fan and you can come with a friend
Which makes
and that's it.
sense, but would still
Yeah.
mean I think that Scott would have to buy separate tickets
Oh
for
yeah.
Kip. So I think that that's cute.
That is
Anyways,
yeah, I do love that idea. I didn't even think about that, but yeah.
during that
Hmm.
game though, I do love Ilya's little I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. Also,
I,
I'd be devastated if he was the one, if I was the one where he went, good job, I love you.
no, I
I was
literally
like,
when they were doing that, I was like, oh my God, he's such a like that's such a cute little
he's
captain
such
thing
a
to tell all your teammates that
cutie.
you love them. I was like, ah, oh my God, it was that was yeah,
Which
it was really cute.
I do find it funny though that it's both captains, whereas like it's not always the captain that does it.
Yeah.
Um, anyways. Oh, this is the note where Scott is chirping Shane about like you're just
Oh
like you're turning
yes.
into him. And I went, Scott, don't fucking out everyone else just because you're sexually
You know,
frustrated.
my favorite part of that scene was that we don't even like the way Shane just looks like a little kitten, like trying to be like, you said what about me? Also, the fact that he's offended that he's being compared to somebody he's literally in love with. Get out of here.
Yeah.
But I do love how in this, which is also not accurate, was like people like not trying to like let people fight in a
Yeah.
hockey game. Separate conversation. Um, the way, and I don't know, I don't think it was a line because again, I think I watched something where they said it wasn't. But Hudson was like, as he was being pulled away, Shane's like screaming like, "You're 40 years old" and all this stuff, and he's like, it was the funniest. I'm like, oh my God, the way he's
Yeah.
also like, I think as the two of them, Hudson was the one that does not skate very well, so he's like basically falling over as everybody's trying to pull him away, and I was like, this makes it so much better. But yeah, you guys would actually be probably like letting them go at it. I just thought it was funny that like Shane's like, hee hee, I'm gonna tease you, and he's like, wait a sec. You said what about me? And he's like, looks like a 5-year-old, but I love it.
But I just
Very
like
different.
I'm like Scott, you cannot out someone
Yeah,
else
he's like
just because
taking it
you're
out on
not getting
everybody.
some right now.
He's like, I know about you, and I'm gonna tell everybody. Like, don't do that. It's okay.
But also like at the same time, I feel like if Shane clocked like, oh, he knows, I'd be like, well, then I know about you
Yeah.
too, because why else would you know?
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Um,
Goes hand in hand.
I love the like the restaurants, like the gala scene where they like bump into each other. Because
Oh
I'm like, oh,
yeah.
that'd be such a good meet cute if they hadn't already met. But they're so awkward, and I love it. And now I have to go
Yes.
to the new Notebook.
This one's in two different ones.
Because my brothers walked in, and again, I
Okay.
was not about to watch um that show with the
Yeah,
14-year-old
that
year old
makes
in the
sense.
room.
I
Okay.
get it.
This is where the notes get really messy though, so we'll see.
Okay. Jeez.
Um, for two people who have spoken a lot about killers, you maybe really shouldn't be going to his house.
Wait, is this the scene I wanted to point out to you because I thought it was so funny. It made me laugh. Um, the first time Kip goes over, is that this scene or is this after?
It's the first time they go,
Yeah.
Kip goes over to
Um,
his house.
yeah, and Kip was like, "Oh my God, he lives somewhere like super like rich and cool,
Bougie.
whatever."
Yeah.
And I immediately House Tour by Sabrina Carpenter started playing in my head. Because in the show, the way it's shot, Kip turns around and there's just like Scott literally standing there in his box and he's, "Do you want the tour?" And I'm like,
Well, he goes, okay. So I went, Scott, because he just gets naked immediately. And then
really?
he's like, Would you like a tour? Or, and Kip going,
Immediately,
or.
yes, but immediately I'm like, House Tour is just playing in my head. I'm like, this is a perfect setup. Like, this is exactly
Yes.
what this is about. Like, what's happening? Yeah, but I was like, huh?
Also, this is my like lawyer coded brain.
Yes.
I think personally, if there was
Okay.
a gay hockey player that did not want to be out, um, I feel like there would be an NDA involved.
You would think.
Also,
Especially
because
because, like, Kip is a random person.
I do know that there are people who make their significant others sign NDAs and stuff,
Yeah.
like even in straight relationships. So like again, I know that it like is unsexy and like wouldn't actually, but like in my head, I'm like,
Like,
you're the
hey, could you do
captain
this?
of a team that's about to go on a cup run. I feel like you'd make him sign an NDA.
Yeah, good point. I also didn't
Um,
think of that, but good point.
they're both so in shape,
Yeah, it's
which I also think is
crazy.
fun because I feel like we don't really get a lot of like I don't want to get into like the coding of like queer and gay man-on-man relationships, but
Yes,
like
I know what you mean.
it's very interesting to see like two very ripped. Anyways,
Yeah.
they are
Anyways,
literally, I agree with
anyway,
Francois. They are fucking U-Haul lesbians because tell me why Kit basically just moves in.
that's why this was my other problem. I not like I had a real problem with it, but it as somebody who I would absolutely never do that. So maybe it's just me being like it's a little crazy. The way he's just like, I
I've
don't have
said,
anywhere else to live. I don't have no family. Like this is it. This is where I am right now. I'm like, dude, you have a whole life.
I've
What are you
said I
doing?
love you before I even got into a relationship with someone, so I understand.
See, but like I do get it in the context of this, but I was like, it kind of irked me a little bit because I was like, why are we immediately like forgetting everything else exists? Like I get that.
They are U-Hauling it. And I love the fact that like and like okay, so this is another reason why like I do wonder how like the straight people like and this is like a conversation I've had with you where I'm like I feel like the experience of like straight culture versus queer culture, although I feel like you are relatively entrenched in queer culture because a lot
Yeah,
of your friends are
I do
queer
a lot.
and I don't ever shut the fuck up. Um but like I wonder people who are like straight and have primarily straight friends are viewing this show versus how like queer and like
Ooh, good
queer
point.
adjacent people are viewing this show.
Yeah, it's a good one. I don't know anybody who's like,
You're like one of my only straight friends, so
but
I
I'm saying
really
like I don't
couldn't
know
tell
anybody
you.
who's like I don't know anybody like even though I have straight friends, I don't have anybody who's like obnoxiously straight. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they would anyway. I'd be like,
Yeah.
I should ask them, but I don't have anybody to ask. And I'm
No,
not
like
about to anyway.
if you are like a straight person where like most of your friends are straight and you watched this show, I would love to know like
What do you think?
your perspective on certain because again, like when Kip didn't leave, my brain was like, they're gonna fucking U-Haul it, I guess.
Yeah.
And like that's a thing that we say. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, I don't know.
No, I know what you mean.
Um Also, I love men carrying other men because I think that that's such like an
Yeah.
interesting trope of like when like the man picks up the girl and like carries her and I'm like I love that
The
it's
whole
like
like strong,
yeah, like
like
they
him
still
doing
get to
the
feel
heavy lifting. Yeah.
baby girl. I love it.
Yes. Hmm.
Also I this is me projecting onto Scott. I went, Scott, baby, do not fucking tell him you love him right now.
He did it like that. It was so fast, which also again valid.
Um
But
Also both sides of this suck and this is like another like this is another like very queer experience. Like not being able to come out and feeling unsafe
yeah.
sucks. Also, being in a relationship with someone who cannot come out and you feel like you're being hidden
Hmm.
sucks.
Yep. This
So,
I
like,
will say again. I have not finished the book. This also comes back in a very large way for Shane and Ilya, like way down the not way down the line,
yeah.
but like down the line.
But like
Um, but yes,
it is something that I would say
it's a real experience.
most queer people have to go through at some point in their lives and fuck, it is literally soul crushing on
I
either
think
side of
it's
it.
um I don't want to say very well portrayed 'cause that sounds wrong, but like the way the emotions were carried in this episode specifically, especially around that, I was like, I don't know how to like. I was
It
like,
was
no,
very well done.
yeah, like I was like, it's unfortunately it's like the reality of it, as you just said, but um, it was like so nice and happy and like go luck and like oh my god, they're in love, whatever, and like you get to that point and you're like, oh no, pause. So yeah,
But at the same time, like you can tell that Scott needed someone to love him
yes,
and care for him so
mm-hmm,
badly. Um, which I just think and like I love how involved Kip was getting and I
yeah,
don't know. Also, you sure you don't have a boyfriend? That's
mm-hmm,
just like I'm like you guys are living together.
yeah, like it's a little. Hmm.
Also Kip going, he's straight, I think.
How? What? Like, guys,
Well, he's saying it to one
I
of his
know, but
friends, but
like,
I was just like, that's so funny. Also, like, how could your friends not tell that you're lying your ass
that's
off
what I'm
right now?
saying.
Um, The disguise is helping less than Steve Rogers.
It was literally a Steve Rogers
It
outfit,
was, yes.
genuinely.
But
So,
I love them showing interest in the other person's interest, like Scott being like,
yeah.
"Yes, I'll go
And
get
like
art." And
also the fact that we just had the whole conversation about like he's like, "Oh, I don't want to be seen." But like is willing to at least attempt it and
yeah.
it doesn't go well, but like at least he's willing to put the foot forward to be like, I know you like this and I like you, so I'm going to go do this. Even if it makes me feel uncomfortable or it's something that's out of my comfort zone right now.
I know, but then I hate that he freaks
I
out because
know.
it makes me feel so
I
bad.
know.
But
And
then so
that's why I was like, this one was a roller coaster. It made you
this
like be like,
is
hey, you feel great. Psst,
this is
right
also
down.
back to like the big strong men thing. Big strong men having very intense feelings
Hmm.
is just
But also
so
again,
nice to
so
see
nice
on
to see.
screen.
Yeah, I was gonna say like that's something we almost literally never ever get. So
Yeah. I'm
okay.
crying. They're so sweet and thoughtful. And then immediately the next thought was, are they switching?
The way you put them back to back, that's actually hilarious. It's like, wow, this is so
Which
sweet.
I would like to
Just
note,
kidding.
I don't think so. I do think that Scott is the top and that Kip is the bottom. However, I don't think that Scott would be
But it's not
opposed.
it is not as obvious as Shane and Ilya, I feel like are.
Yes.
So do you have an
Um,
argument there?
Also just like weird side note. Um, the hockey looks so slow in that scene where they're watching the
And they're
show.
not real.
I don't care. It looks
Also,
really slow.
also, he's supposed to be like 50,000 years old. So
No,
like
no, I meant
maybe
like the
he's
rest of the team.
oh, I was like,
You know, the
he's
people who
supposed to be
actually
really
can
old.
skate that they
Yeah,
hired. Also, did the melting face emoji exist in
no.
2016? Okay,
This
that
is one of
pissed
those
me
things that
off.
what was the other one? It was like a phrase that either Shane or I think it was Shane or Ilya had said it. And it wasn't something that was like said
Okay.
at the time that it was like a text and I was like, yeah, it's probably right. I don't remember what it was. But yeah, that like melting face sliding emoji thing
Yeah.
did not exist. But if
I'm like,
that's
I
the only
love
thing they
that
got wrong
emoji,
with
but it
it
definitely
being
didn't exist.
no, but like if that's the only thing they got like
Yeah.
inaccurate and in keeping things time consistent,
Yeah. Well, because like
I'll
phones
take
were
it.
all old, which I
I would
loved
say all
that.
the photos, all the clothes were very much like
It was very
time.
good.
Yeah, like it was very aligned with the time. Not that it was that long ago, but you know what I mean.
I love that he cleaned out the closet and also bought him a
I know.
tux. Like he
I
was like, I'm
know.
making space for you and also making your life better. So
I
good. So good. They're both acts of service people and I love it.
yes.
Um, I love when Kip is like, I love him, and
Mhm.
Elena, I love her. And but
Yeah.
okay, so when Elena is talking to Scott at the gala
Mhm.
and she says he deserves sunshine, my immediate thought was the he was sunshine, I was
Yeah.
midnight rain. And I was like, God, this fucking hurts
I
because
can't. I know
I
it's
can
so
I've also been like in that kind of like friendship relationship, whatever you want to call it, where it's like I know
you're
that this
lashing out.
person does not deserve my confusion with my sexuality,
Mhm.
my inner turmoil, my like depression. And I've been on both sides of that where it's like you just want to love them, but they don't want to accept that love. And
Yeah.
then that makes it hard to like be like the sunshine that they deserve. And
Yes.
it hurt so bad. And then Scott's speech was like it's so hard
That hurt.
because like I get it, especially like I know that not like Ilya is a good example. Like he doesn't love hockey. He's just good at
Mm.
it.
Yeah.
Whereas like his biggest thing about coming out is not being able to go home.
Mm.
Whereas like Scott and Shane more so is like I'm gonna lose my career.
Because like hockey is their life, literally.
And
Yes.
so for Scott especially, it's like hockey is the thing that saved his life. And it's so hard to
Mhm.
think about like balancing those two. Like, would I lose hockey
Yeah.
if I came out? Like, do I want to lose hockey or do I want to lose my boyfriend? Um,
This is also one of those things where I know we're both unfortunately too aware of it, but
yeah.
it very much a lot of these things I was like, if this were to happen in real life, which we're very, very involved in a lot of like obviously the hockey world, but I was like, how sad is that we're seeing a fictional version of this happen, but the idea that it is a reality, like there are players who are battling and dealing with that same exact mentality of it. And like
Yeah.
that makes me so upset to know like that it should not be that hard.
Well, the fact that Francois had that interview where he was like, I've had agents call me and
Yeah.
tell me that their clients are going through the same thing, and it's
Like
like that's
we
that's
we need to
devastating.
reevaluate. Not like it's art like it just speaks to how
I
bad the hockey culture
do
is.
have I have some thoughts once we get to like that scene,
Yes.
which we can talk because I've spoken to some people about it, and I think that I have thoughts. Anyways,
Okay.
oh my God, I forgot about the socks.
Oh yeah.
The socks were cute. I thought that was
Thing on my
adorable,
list. Yeah,
but I
the little
also
blue and
think it's
banana
really
socks.
funny that no one on the team would question him wearing the same socks every game. They'd be like,
No,
"Yep,
it's a
that we're playing
superstition
well.
thing.
That
Yeah,
makes sense."
that makes sense. I do get it.
Kip needs to wear his glasses more. He looked so sexy, so
Yeah,
cute. I love them.
the men in glasses in this show. What I say that as
Yes.
somebody who has to wear them all the time and I'm
Slutty
blind.
little
Please wear them
glasses.
all the time. Please,
Yeah.
all the time. I don't care.
Um, Scott like stalking him
Yep,
was so cute but so sad. And I
I
just like
know.
that being the ending of the episode, I was like, no.
I saw an edit of that scene, of him like Scott outside the window of the bar watching Kip's birthday party inside, set to all too well 10-minute version. I wanted to throw my phone across the wall because
That doesn't feel
no, but it was like I don't even remember what part of the song it was, but it was one of those things where I was like,
the watch me watch the front door all night
yeah,
willing you to come,
no,
that one.
I don't remember. I'll have to find it.
Okay. But I feel like that
But
song
it
does
was
not relate to them at all,
no,
but I get it.
but the setting of it was like I might have been I don't remember. I'll have to find it because it
Okay.
was one of those things where I was like it made sense and like when I was watching it, but I was like, wow, it makes it more devastating to put like something in this together. Anyway,
Yeah.
yeah, leaving the episode off like that was diabolical.
For
And yeah.
yeah.
Also the fact that we'll get to it, like this was in the past. So when we go back to present day, we have literally no idea what happened with them
Yeah.
for a while.
Because yeah, we go
Which
I think we
sucks.
go 4 months back before Sochi, and
Yeah,
then we immediately jump to back to where we are in like
which is like
2 years
3 years.
later, 3 years
Yeah.
later.
And then I'm like, do they get back together? Like, are they still talking? Like,
But
there's
also,
no.
did they actually break up at that point?
That's
Where
what I'm
they just
saying. Like,
like
they don't.
it hurt.
Anyway, yeah. So like leaving it off on that with no definitive like ending or route for them to go forward until we find out what happens, was
Yeah.
very very rude because it hurt so
Yeah.
bad. But
I just we're gonna end this here and we're gonna do the other 3 episodes in another episode because God, this is gonna be 7 hours long.
we have so much to say.
Because we're gonna have so much to say about episode 5 and 6. I know it.
So there's 10 times more that stuff happens in the later ones.
So my overall thoughts at this point is that the show is so well done,
Mm-hmm.
so well written, so well
Mm-hmm.
directed,
Mm-hmm.
and I everything feels so intentional and I love it and it only gets better in episodes 4, 5, and 6. And so
Yes,
maybe if you haven't watched episodes 4, 5, and 6, you can go catch up before we come out with the next one. Um, but
it's well worth it. You won't
that's
regret it at
that's
all.
where we are. So
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm so excited to talk about the end of it
I know.
with you.
I'm like, it's just, it's taken over my brain in every
I know.
capacity.
I know.
And yeah, I'm just, wow.
It's so good. It's so good. Ugh. All right. We will
Yeah.
see you guys soon. Bye.
Bye.